welcome to round 4 action in the Central League. It is Lower Hutt AFC against Wellington Olympic AFC here from Fraser Park in Lower Hutt. Brenton Vanessaroy is my name. I'll have the call for you this evening, Friday night football. Let's hear from the two coaches. Well, Paul, another tough outing for Lower Hutt City tonight. You've had Western Suburbs, Miramar in the first 3 rounds, and now Wellington Olympic.
Yeah, tough start. Playing the top 2 teams from last year, plus the favourites probably tonight. Yeah, tough start, but look, we're coming off the back of a National League season, so we're used to those tough games, and these are the games we want to be playing. So yeah, we're pretty excited.
And after 3 games away from home, must be happy to be back here at Fraser Park?
Yeah, I was working out. It's February the last time we played a home game in Fraser, so it's really nice to be back here, and it'll be good for our supporters. And yeah, we're playing in a bit of a nice anniversary kit tonight, and it's a big year for the club, 100 years, so it's really nice to have a home game, and we can start kind of celebrating that success, I guess.
Obviously, a lot of young players in the Lower Hutt City squad. Have you talked about the history of Lower Hutt City much with them?
Yeah, I had to explain why there's a lace on their shirt and why there's some old stitching and some kind of collars and things like that they're probably not used to. So I've given them a bit of a history lesson. And yeah, we talked about the context. The Phoenix is only 14 years old, and Lower Hutt being 100 just shows you kind of how much history there is. Yeah, I think it's important they know that. They see kind of the club members here every week, and they've got to know them, so they feel part of this club now, which is really good. And yeah, and hopefully we can have a good season and kind of give something to celebrate.
All right, Paul, all the best for tonight.
Cool, thank you. Cheers.
It's Paul Temple, coach of Lower Hutt City, and this is how they line up tonight. So Lower Hutt City have a back 4, Mogg and Sermon the centre backs, Boyce and Bark the 2 backs, and Hillis the holding midfielder. Fellow midfielders are Lewis Toomey and Benjamin Old, and then up front it's a front 3 of Bidwar, Ott and Van Hattem. And off the bench, the backup goalkeeper with Alex Paulson, of course, in goal for Lower Hutt City is Kelly Heald, Czech, Conchi, Barton Ginger, and Noah Karuna-Ratner. The bench for Lower Hutt City coach Paul Temple tonight. All right, coach, we've had a pretty good start to the season. What's the challenges of facing Lower Hutt City tonight?
Well, they are a young team, but they've been together for a few years, and I think they are in that for what it is for them, an older age group, and we are talking about 17, 18-year-old boys who are really good. They are really well organized, and they have some really, really good creative players. So it's gonna be tough, but we hope that we will be able to match them and have a good performance tonight.
Have you been happy with the first 3 rounds?
Not really. I think has been a slow start. We had several guys involved with Team Wellington who only had 2 sessions with us before game 1. So we've been working on the system and adapting the new players to what we are trying to do, and we've been lucky that we got the results, but the performance hasn't been there. So we hope that tonight's the night that that we are going to be able to perform well and also get the 3 points.
Yeah, how difficult has that process been, getting all the guys back from the ISPS Handa Premiership to the Central League?
It has been tough because it has been hard for the boys physically, but also mentally, because most of them have been playing back-to-back football for 2 or 3 years now, and and some of them are just closer to 28, 29, 30 years old, and so the boys need to rest. So we rest some of them, but we are just having a plan at the moment just to make sure that they all get a bit of time off. But has been really difficult, because especially after they won the National League, so like their mind was somewhere else, and having to come down to winter football was kind of like hard for them. But the boys have responded really well, and this week training has been really good. So we hope that tonight is going to be the night that we're going to put our name up there as a contender to win the league.
Oh, looking forward to it. All the best for tonight.
Cool. Thank you very much.
There we have it. Both coaches now we've talked to. That's Martin Pereira Garcia, the coach of Wellington Olympic, and this is how they line up tonight. Coach Pereira Garcia going with a 3-5-2 for Wellington Olympic tonight. The centre-back, Harry Choate. The left centre-back, Dylan Wood. The right centre-back, 17-year-old Marco Lorenz. the two holding midfielders in Mario Bathia and Theo Etema, and then the two wide players, Rory McKeown and Daniel Mulholland, and the attacking midfielder and captain is Alex Pelezovic, and up front, of course, the strike force of Tor Davenport Pedersen and Hamish Watson. Off the bench, Lucas Alakias, Joshua Apapa Preston, Jamea Shearer, George Walker and Nathaniel Hale Merriam. That is how Wellington Olympic line up tonight. Trevors is the referee tonight, and there's two assistants, Aaron Clark and Alexander Dorberg. All in readiness now here at Fraser Park in Lower Hutt. Wellington Olympic in their traditional blue, and Lower Hutt in their centenary season, celebrating with a centenary strip. And the red are the yellows. Two captains meeting in the middle with their referees. Curtis Mogg, captain for Lower Hutt City, and for Wellington Olympic, Alex Pelezovic. And as mentioned before, Isaac Trevis, the referee for tonight, is two assistants, Aaron Clark and Alexander Dahlberg. He'll be looking after this one. Friday night under lights here at Fraser Park between Wellington Olympic, a lot of people's pick for the Central League title in 2021, and this young Lower Hutt City side. Of course, majority who play for the Wellington Phoenix Reserves and the just completed ISPS Honda Premiership. But as the two coaches mentioned, with the Team Wellington influence in this Wellington Olympic side, a lot expected of the team, coached by Martin Pereira Garcia, unbeaten so far in the Central League season 2021. 2 wins and a draw for Pereira Garcia. Started the season with a 3-3 draw against North Wellington, which Olympic themselves knew they were a bit rusty for, but underdone. Only just had their Team Wellington players for a couple of training sessions. Week 2, 1-0 win over Wairarapa United, and then last week 3-1 win at Petone. While Paul Temple's Lower Hutt City side have had a draw, a win and a loss in that order. Opened with a 1-1 draw against Western Suburbs, one of the heavyweights of the Central League, as we are underway. Friday night football, round 4 of the Central League. It is Lower Hutt City in red, playing from left to right as you see it, and Wellington Olympic in their traditional blue, playing from right to left. So after the opening draw for Lower Hutt City, they had a big win at their local rivals Petone, 5-1. And then last week, a 1-0 defeat against another of the powerhouses in the Central League, that being Marmara Rangers. Alex Paulson coming out of goal, as he's very comfortable doing, almost as another sweeper for the Lower Hutt City side. Obviously, he's got to play a lot of football with his two centre-backs in front of him. And the captain, Mogg, and also Finn Sermon. Good work. We saw Mario Bathia score an absolute thunderbolt earlier in the Central League season from around that distance, that time not quite getting hold of it, straight at Paulson. Lower Hutt City try and play out. It's a throw into Olympic. That one just a lose almost to the dangerous Watson, who tried to flick that one off his head and over Paulson. Couldn't quite reach it, just eluded him. And that's someone they're going to have to watch. Equal golden boot, of course, from the recently completed ISPS Honda Premiership, a key part of that Team Wellington side, which lifted the title, beating Auckland City at North Harbour Stadium. Big collision there, and it is Dylan Wood who has copped it there from George Ott, the big centre forward for Lower Hutt City. Auckland City at North Harbour Stadium. Big collision there, and it is Dylan Wood who has for Olympic just inside Lower Hutt City's half. Roy McKeown, one of those Team Wellington players, standing over it. Great left foot of his. Brings it from the left to the right wing side. Looking for a player on the opposite flank, the right winger, Daniel Mulholland. Just eluded him, but Wellington Olympic remain in possession. Throw in inside Lower Hutt City's half. As you heard from Martin Pereira Garcia, wanting to make a statement tonight. While they're unbeaten so far, 2 wins and a draw, feeling they haven't quite clicked yet, given the calibre of players they have. It's a big challenge against a Lower Hutt City side with plenty of National League experience, despite their relative inexperience age-wise for Paul Temple's side. McKeown, one-on-one with Van Haddam, manages the nutmeg, and then Van Haddam is going to get a speaking to by referee Trevis. Trevis saying to Mario Bathia, he doesn't want to hear anything about it. He just wants to speak to Van Haddam himself, and it's just a talking to. Final warning, I think, for Van Haddam. Next time if he speaks, he'll no doubt go on the book. Didn't want to give an early yellow card away, the referee. McKeown again, looking to whip one into the area. Lower Hutt City first to it, but danger not completely cleared. Mulholland coming in off that right flank. Pinballs around on the edge of the area. Lower Hutt City again, just clearing away from the area, but now only as far as halfway. Olympic certainly have the better of the opening stages here at Fraser Park. Great ball finding McKeown on this near side. One-on-one with Van Haddam. Outside of the left foot. Diving at it was Davenport Pedersen, who has stayed proud on. Top goal scorer so far for Wellington Olympic in the early stages of the Central League season. Davenport Pedersen, 3 goals. Hamish Watson with a couple as well, so very potent strike force Wellington Olympic boast. And it'll be certainly a handful for Mogg and Sermon, the 2 centre backs for Lower Hutt City. Benjamin Old, very talented young player, couldn't quite get the ball under control there, welcoming Olympic forward once more. As well, there it is, the right back Noah Boyce to deny Pelezovic, but then the clearance from Lower Hutt City is only as far as McKeown, who gives it away. And Old is fouled by Mario Bathia. A relieving free kick, this one for Lower Hutt. Wondering why the Yellows are playing in red. Is their centenary season, so a bit of a throwback strip. Might not be able to notice, but they got their old string in the collars. Very much a throwback kit. It's great to see as they celebrate 100 years, as now this is their first big attack of the game. Very important interception there made by Dylan Wood. Left centre back coming over for Lower Hutt, for Wellington Olympic, excuse me. Again, that one into the area. Van Haddam gets a free head to it, but he's well away from really being able to get enough contact on it to test Saleh in goal. Saleh and Watson have played a lot of football together, and you saw that little link-up play there. Route one, Pasale to Watson, who brought it down comfortably. Wasn't able to find a teammate, though. Lower Hutt City now look to string a few passes together. And what this is, the opening game of round 4 of the Central League. Of course, the top 3 sides from the Central League season will be part of the new National League, join the top 4 sides from the Northern League, and a couple of sides from South Island leagues as well, along with the Wellington Phoenix reserves. So a lot on this Central League season, more than just bragging rights of winning the competition, which is very prestigious with another number of strong clubs. You've got that carrot at the end of it, and progressing to the National League at the end of the year. Lower Hutt City looking to force Wellington, keep them inside their half. They do well with the press to win possession. Going back to Sermon. He'll be content to go back to his keeper and Paulson. Very comfortable with ball at feet as the young Lower Hutt City keeper. And I'll say young about a number of the players in Lower Hutt City, because they are all very young players, all around the age of 20 or younger. Wellington Olympic boasting a youngster of their own, and Marco Lorenz, 17-year-old defender. McKeown, also one of his weapons is a long throw, a bit too far out to use it on this occasion. Or maybe not, he saw an opening. Bit of a breakdown with Davenport Pedersen though. Couldn't quite find the target. One of his centre forwards. That press coming from Olympic, forcing the error from Lower Hutt. Olympic, of course, with a proud history in the Central League, also nationally. In the Chatham Cup in 2009, the Greeks up against a Lower Hutt City side, which is certainly on the rise, with Paul Temple as coach and the youth focus they have here with the Wellington Phoenix Academy. Good clearing header there from Lower Hutt City. Olympic have the time though to bring in the second ball. Couldn't hit the right target, and that's comfortable for Paulson. Mistake by Lower Hutt. Opportunity here for Olympic. Polizovic on the edge of the area, the captain. Good tackle, but danger not cleared by Lower Hutt City. McKeown, whip it in with that left foot. Looking for a player at the back post. Collision on the edge of the area. Referee waves play on. But then it springs free for Lower Hutt City. Ott. Good hold-up play and finding the outlet down that left-hand side, and Bidwa. Now coming the overlapping run from Bark. First time ball into Lewis Toomey on the edge of the area. Tried to thread the needle to Ott. And then deflected straight at the keeper, and Basale in the Olympic goal. A nice passage of play though on the counter from Lower Hutt City. Swift, after good dominance from Olympic, camping inside the Lower Hutt half. The hosts showed what they're capable of on the break. Now coming with a bit of a half press with George Ott up top. But they're able to give space for Dylan Wood. They're prepared to, and then as they approach halfway, come with a bit more pressure. And Wood couldn't pick out a teammate. As instructions come from the bench to Wood about what he could have done. Olympic with the first ball, and it falls at the feet of Barthia. Coming back to Marco Lorenz, 17-year-old, and Harry Choate, central member of that, to back three. Important interception there from Dylan Wood. As coming forward was the figure of Van Adam. Very important intervention. Otherwise, Van Hadam could very well have been through on goal. McKeown now with the ball. That left foot cut out by the holding midfielder in Hillis, and it will be a corner for Olympic. First of the game. Going the visitors' way. Obvious targets, the likes of Hamish Watson in there, and he might get on the end of this. Watson lays it off to Barthia. Great save, Paulson. Brilliant. Barcia, he's got that thunderbolt of a foot from the edge of the area, and he got the contact. Paulson stretching right that top left-hand corner. It'll be another set piece coming for Olympic. But great save by the Lower Hutt City goalkeeper, who's now asking for a bit of assistance from the referee. As referee Travis comes in, have a bit of a chat with those players in and around the keeper. They try to make it a bit difficult for Paulson in the goal. It's going to be another corner. As that time, I think it was Harry Choate on the ground, getting the shot away, but deflected off a Lower Hutt City player. And the Irishman, McKeown, looked to whip another one in from the corner. Stooping down low was Davenport Pedersen. A bit too much work to do to beat Paulson in his near post. It goes wide, and a relieving goal kick now for Lower Hutt City, but they like to play it out from the back. They won't just be clearing it to halfway. Now can they break this press of Olympic? We'll try and make it very difficult for the host to get out of their half. But they do make some progress down their far side, where they're cheered on by a few vocal fans. Now Ott into the area, and Ott is potentially fouled. He is. No, referee says all ball. Referee Travis thought for a moment he was going to point to the spot, but he was happy with that challenge on Ott, who was striding forward. It's Dylan Wood, I think, who came over, the left centre back, made the important sliding challenge, which the referee deemed to be clean, and it had to be because it was in the area. Lower Hutt City coaches urging their players on to come with that press once Olympic go back towards their area. Paulson this time clearing towards halfway. Wood wins the first ball. Lower Hutt City coaching staff claiming there was maybe an elbow in the head of Van Hadam, and it's going to get some attention. A bit of a break in play here. Still scoreless so far. The opening game of round 4 of the Central League. Some Friday night football for you. Pleasure bringing you this coverage. Hope you are enjoying it so far between two very strong sides. Olympic, second on the ladder, one of only 2 unbeaten sides, along with the league leaders in Miramar, the Greeks. 2 wins and a draw so far this season. Well, Lower Hutt City in 6th place with a win, a loss and a draw in the opening 3 rounds, but their first home game here at Fraser Park. And as a result, debuting the centenary kit. If you've just joined us, you're wondering why the team nicknamed the Yellows are playing in red. Paying homage, so no doubt, something similar to what they played in way back in 1921. As we are back underway. Collision between those two again, which I think may continue throughout this evening. Van Hadam, number 14 for Lower Hutt City, and the left-sided centre-back for Wellington Olympic and Dylan Wood. No, Boyce does very well to keep the ball in, and then as he finds Old, referee's going to bring back play for a foul on Boyce. So free kick to Lower Hutt City, a chance for them to try and string some passes together. Further down the pitch than the majority of this game has been played so far. Great ball from Hillis, looking for Ott, who provided a good outlet, but then he couldn't get the link-up play. And it goes all the way back to Olympics experienced keeper Scott Pasale. Choate. Barthia. One of two holding midfielders for Olympic, the Argentine, along with Theo Itima. Strong challenge on Hamish Watson on that far side. Getting applause, the challenge from Harry Bark by the fan club on the other side of our commentary position. Wellington Phoenix Academy, of course, here. And certainly those Wellington Phoenix colours on show amongst that support crew for players down that left-hand side for Lower Hutt City. There's Olympic again, deep inside Lower Hutt City's half. Ball coming into the area. Hamish Watson just backing up his defenders, then try and lay the ball off. It eludes Barthia and then also Itima as well. And now Lower Hutt City looking to break. Riley Bidwar down the left-hand flank for the hosts. Finds Ott and then off to Toomey. Toomey, nice turn from the number 7 for Lower Hutt City, but then he is dispossessed. Maybe just dallied on it a bit too long, but then wins it back. Only momentarily. And challenge between Van Haddam and the Keown goes Lower Hutt City's way. Irishman not too happy with it. So it'll be a free kick for Lower Hutt City. And McKeown not too happy with where this free kick is going to be taken, but referee Travis has said, I decide where it's taken from, please, Rory. And please get back the 10 yards. Or words to that effect. So Toomey and Old standing over this one. Old gives it away to Toomey, who looks with a cross near post, and it comes onto the boot of a Lower Hutt player. I think it was Sermon in the end. Couldn't get the shot on target. Got a good look at that one. Centre back for the hosts, Lower Hutt City, but couldn't get the shot on target to threaten the goal of Scott Pasale, and it remains scoreless here at Fraser Park. Davenport Pedersen. Back to the young defender who finds his captain of Plezovic, and now McKeown free down the left flank. Plezovic in the area. Slightly poor first touch. Allowed the holding midfielder Hillis back into the contest there for Lower Hutt City, and he clears. Again, no Olympic. Inside Lower Hutt City's half. And looking to threaten the goal of Paulson. Paulson commanding his area though. Coming out to claim that set piece as Keown went with that long throw. Well taken by the keeper. And now Lower Hutt City look to make some inroads down that far flank. Strong challenge by Itima, winning possession for Olympic. Turns back towards goal though, as he had nowhere to go now. Finding Watson and Paulson outside his area, needed to come with his chest, couldn't use his hands, it did. It was perfect timing from the keeper again, acting almost as a sweeper. There's Paulson, and this time able to use the hands as he gets the Nice header from his right side, his centre back, Finn Sermon. Showing his quality, the young keeper already in this game. Great save, command of his area, and then the timing to come out. Almost as the sweeper, as a dangerous ball was played through over the top for Hamish Watson, and we know what he can do when he gets in those kind of positions. So it was an intervention, simply had to be made, and he did it with aplomb, showing he's very comfortable as well. Not just with the ball in his hands as Paulson. There's Benjamin Old trying to spring forward. Van Hadden, the flag stays down for the moment, and still stays down. Ball comes into Ott! Brilliant ball from Van Hadden, and Ott just couldn't get enough on it. Big opportunity for Lower Hutt, led off for Wellington Olympic. Well, I just thought the flag was going to go up from the official on this near side, assistant referee. It never did. Wellington Olympic perhaps waiting for it as well. Van Hadden with a great ball, found the run of Ott, but Ott wasn't sure if he just couldn't quite get his feet right. Got a touch on it, just not the touch that was on goal, because from that range there wouldn't have been much Scott Pasale could do to deny George Ott. So while Olympic dominated possession, certainly in terms of where the game's been played, this Lower Hutt City side have had their opportunities, especially on the break this time. Old can't thread that ball through to Van Hadden. Keown has it back. That's a simple foul there. Plezovic on Van Hadden. Referee Travis having a word with the Olympic captain. Professional foul, really. And to break up that counter of Lower Hutt. Boyce floating one into the big figure of Ott. Now Plezovic trying to get on the end of that through ball. Bark wins the race though. Back to his keeper Paulson this time. Isn't so assured with the feet. That goes out for an Olympic throw. Barthia all the way back to Wood. Only just inside the half this time. Great closing down. Great work by Van Hadden. Who can he find Ott again? Or will he go with a different option this time? Goes back in the midfield for where Toomey is. Toomey can't bring that ball under control. And Olympic will spring forward once more. Pressure again from Lower Hutt, making it difficult for Olympic to get out of their half. Come this near side from McKeown. Goes back to Wood. Etima gives an outlet in midfield, but he's quickly closed down as well. McKeown back to Wood once more. There's Pasale as an option as keeper if he wants him. Pasale calling for it. Now Watson, McKeown, Davenport Pedersen can't get on the end of this one. Well read by Captain Curtis Mogg for Lower Hutt City as he shepherds that one over the byline. It'll be a goal kick to Lower Hutt. The Yellows in their centenary red strip. Centenary season. And their first home game. Great chance to debut it here. 3 road games to start the Central League season for Lower Hutt. Draw, a win and a defeat so far. Whereas Olympic unbeaten, 2 wins and a draw. It's second on the table. Lower Hutt 6th, but there's Paul Temple, Lower Hutt City's coach, mentioned in the pre-game. Very tough start to the season, facing 2 of the top 2 sides, and Miramar and Western Sobers in the first 2 rounds. And then arguably the favourites, Wellington Olympic in round 4. other game been up against their local rivals, Petone, which they took advantage of. 5-1 win, their only win to date. Drawing against Suburbs in week 1. Davenport Peterson can link up with Watson, forced away from goal, back to Wood. Barthia. Now McKeown. Great left foot, but well closed down by Boyce, who not giving him too much space. Back to his Van Hedden, and Boyce comes over, but he loses the position there. Now McKeown, can he pick out a teammate? Tried to find Watson. Well read by Lower Hutt City, who will now break. Numbers pouring forward. Bidwar couldn't find Van Hedden and made the run on the near side. Now back down the other end. Watson into space. Marching into the area. Brought down from behind. No, referee says that was all ball. Important challenge coming in there as Watson got into a great position. Strong player too. She takes a bit to bring him down, but referee saying that was a clean challenge. Got ball was the message from referee Trevis. Not the view though of the Wellington Olympic coaching staff, who are having a few words with the referee. Man with the whistle having a chat with Rory McKeown. Where the ball's placed as well, and leave it to me, please. Get back your 10 yards. Toomey standing over this set piece again for Lower Hutt City. As whipped in hardly off the ground, just on the edge of the area. Olympic first to it and clear over halfway. But winning the race to the loose ball is Van Hedden. Is then brought down by Watson. And Olympic now bringing numbers forward. Look at the back post for Davenport Peterson. The referee's going to stop play. Van Hedden still down after that collision with Hamish Watson. And he's going to get some attention. The right winger for Lower Hutt City. So another break and play. Chance to coaches to get some messages out to their two teams. As they both look for that breakthrough. Both have had opportunities. Paulson with that great save to deny Barthia. And they're not down the other end for Lower Hutt City, who was unable to find the target from seemingly point-blank range as the ball was whipped in by the man who's receiving some attention, and Van Hedden clutching the back of his head. Looks like he'll be able to rub it off. As Van Hedden is allowed back onto the pitch. So Lower City back to 11. Still rubbing that head is Van Hedden. Lower Hutt City go all the way back to their keeper, Hillis, and Sermon this time back to his feet as Van Hedden on the keeper. And Basale had to be strong there, and was, because breathing down on him was Van Hedden, who sprung back to life after being knocked off his feet and clutching his head. Almost had an opportunity if he could have been a step further down the pitch. He might have got a toe onto that one and poked it past Basale, but Basale, good timing from him. We mentioned Paulson before with his good timing to deny Olympic. And likewise for Basale to deny Lower Hutt. Two very good goalkeepers, of course. Basale, a long National League career. Paulson, no doubt, hoping to have one. Very much in the infancy of his career. Basale, having spent time over in Europe as well. Part of his footballing career. Very much veteran status now. Still plenty to give at this level. Free kick going Olympics way. Over half an hour gone here at Fraser Park. Coming to the back post, looking for either Watson or coming for was Choate, and then coming off a Hutt City player, and Paulson getting down to it to make sure it didn't creep over the line. Slightly stressful moment for the hosts. Remains scoreless though. Good challenge by Wood. And Olympic managed to keep hold of possession through Watson. Lovely little couple of touches there, and finds his captain Polizovic. Davenport Peterson to Barthia. He looks to just pick out that top corner. This time just off target. This time he tried to place it rather than drive it into the corner. Paulson, I think, had it covered if it did find the target. Good positioning. Etema dummied with the shot and drew in the challenge of Toomey. So a free kick on the edge of the area coming for Olympic. I think this could be in Rory McKeown territory. Hamish Watson standing over it. And I think McKeown, though, may well take ownership with his left foot. I wouldn't mind having a go at this one. So Watson, McKeown, standing over the ball. Who will it be? The left foot of McKeown, or the right of Watson? It's the right of Watson! And another fantastic save by Paulson. Went over the wall. Oh, it's goal bound from Hamish Watson. And produce a top draw save from Paulson. Danger not cleared though for the hosts. Corner coming in now from the Greeks. McKeown high near that back post, whipping one in. Free kick though, relieving one for Lower Hutt City. Referee saw something in the area he didn't like from Olympic. And a relieving free kick for Lower Hutt City, and this time they will look long. Won't try and play it out for that. Let's try and get rid of the ball down the other end of the pitch. We'll a bit try and ease the pressure on the back four. They've done a good job so far containing this Olympic side, along with Adam Hillis, the holding midfielder for Lower Hutt City. Not the friendliest of balls from Choate to Basale. All he can do is really clear it long. Nice turn from Bach. Back to Captain Mogg. And Mogg looking for Ott. Well cut out though by Olympic. Go all the way back to Basale. I guess a more comfortable ball at his feet this time, with no pressure on him. Finds his centre back in Choate. He looks long for Watson. Flicks it on to Polizovic. Polizovic tries to pick out McKeown, but can't get the right weight on the ball. And there's no way McKeown was going to be able to get on the end of that one. Goes over the byline for a goal kick. Olympic looking to keep Lower Hutt inside their own half if they can. Then try and find the turnover, but they pick their way through. Bidwa picks up the run. Coming through from left back, I think that was Bark. That great gut-busting run. Still with it, a Lower Hutt. Boyce. Sermon. Good spell of possession this from Lower Hutt City. Can they find an end result? Strong challenge coming in the midfield from Etima on Van Haddam. Throw in though for Lower Hutt right in front of us. Now commentary position here. Good ball over the top. Finding Van Haddam. Van Haddam will try and pick out the ball to Toomey on the edge of the area. Well read by Bathia. It goes out for another throw in. It's a good spell of pressure. Lower Hutt City putting on Olympic. Toomey in the area, tried to whip it goalward, cross Basale, but couldn't find the direction. Goes out over the byline for a goal kick. So we'll see how Olympic now play out from their own area. Not quite the same press from Lower Hutt, but they do come up with possession. Bidwa tried to link up with Ott. Well, read by Olympic. I think that was actually Watson doing his defensive duties, the centre forward. Van Haddam couldn't bring it under, despite the pleas of a foul by the coaching staff of Lower Hutt City, and then good strong work from Boyce. Noah Boyce, the right back, coming over one-on-one with McKeown. To not let the Irishman get through onto the area. McKeown, he has that long throw if he wants to use it. Finds, or tries to find Watson on the edge of the area. Header won by Sermon, and then cleared by Mogg. Not quite to halfway though. Average touch from Bathia, who then manages to bring it under with a sliding tackle. Now Pelezovic bringing forward Etima, the edge of the area. Good work done though by Bark. Again, they clear their lines, the Lower Hutt City, but still deep inside the half are Olympic. Campton here almost. Now finds its way to Paulson. And this time throws it out to Bark on that far side. Left back for Lower Hutt. Goes out for a throw in. Seems motion's starting to boil over here. A few of the players not too happy with each other in the Olympic ranks, shouting at the bench as well. Still first half action and have yet to find that breakthrough. As Pelezovic, an old tackle. Old can't believe he hasn't earned a free kick there from the referee. And players waved on. Olympic with the throw in. So still scoreless here at Fraser Park. Opening game of round 4 of 2021 Central League season. Two sides with big ambitions for this season, of course, with 3 places up for grabs in the National League later in the year. Top 3 finishes from the Central League. Polizovic. Barthia looking to get on that right foot, and the shot comes in this time. He can't hit the target. Upset with himself, the Argentine. He worked the opening, and then couldn't find the target. Good strong challenge from Toomey. Got one back again by Mulholland. Now, Old with the ball to Bidwar, who switched on this right-hand side. Into the area is Bidwar. Tries to round the keeper. A good strong challenge by Basale. Clears it over for a throw-in. But again, Lower Hutt City showing what they can do on the break. Old finding Bidwar. Bidwar didn't have much in the way of support, so tried to round the keeper, Basale. Well read by Mogg. Now can he find a teammate? I think Bidwar was coming back from an offside position, so tried to stay away from that. Strong challenge there with Boyce and Watson. This time Watson leaves it for Polizovic. Can Polizovic thread it through for Davenport Pedersen? This time tries to lay it off to Watson. Edema wins the loose ball in midfield. Can he pick out one of the front two of Davenport Pedersen or Watson? The answer is no. Lower hit though. The hosts unable to really clear their lines. Wellington Olympic back with it. Wayward ball though by the captain, Polizovic. Choate looking crossfield from McKeown. Bidwar says thank you very much. And Lower Hutt City now trying to string some passes together. The press though coming from Olympic, trying to keep them inside their own half of the visitors. Boyce does very well, but then when he tried to link up with Ott, unable to do so, and then picking up a foul. There's now Hillis and McKeown tangle as well right in front of us. First free kick going the way of Olympic. Basale coming good 35 metres out of his area to take this one. As we reach the last few moments of this first 45 here at Fraser Park. A couple of injury breaks, of course, in the first half, giving us a bit of injury time. Harry Choate tries to link up with his captain Polizovic, unable to do so. Well read by Bidwar coming back from that front three position as Bidwar and Van Haddam have actually swapped sides, the two wide forward players for Lower Hutt City in the later stages of this first half. Bidwar coming from the left to the right. Here's an opportunity for Olympic inside the area. Mulholland though couldn't pick out Davenport Pedersen, and that'll do it for the first 45 here at Fraser Park. Opening game of round 4 of the 2021 Central League, and it is scoreless at the break between Lower Hutt City and Wellington Olympic. There's been chances for both sides, but neither side have been able to find the back of the net. We'll take a break here from Fraser Park and then be back with all the second half action shortly. Welcome back to Fraser Park as we get ready for second half action in the opening game of round 4 of the 2021 Central League. Scoreless first half. Wait and see what unfolds in the second 45. Both sides have had their opportunities. Wellington Olympic for large parts dominating possession and where the game has been played, but haven't created the openings they probably would have expected through that weight of possession. Their best opportunities, shots coming in from outside the area. Hutt City have looked to strike on the counter and have had a couple of chances, the best one going to George Ott. So now it is Olympic playing from left to right as you see it. Lower Hutt City, the hosts here at Fraser Park. And the red playing from right to left. And it's Benjamin Old making some progress down that far side and earning a free kick in combination with George Ott. And Louis Toomey will no doubt stand over this one. Supporters club for Lower Hutt City has moved in behind the Olympic goal of Scott Pasale, so they've got a great view of this one. The ball coming from the far side. It's going to be Old, in fact, who will stand over this one. As Choate goes to ground on the edge of the area. Centre back for Olympic. As the Lower Hutt players in attendance get a talking to from referee Trevis. And now Old with that swinging left-footed ball, and Pasale comes out strong, climbing over Davenport Pedersen to take that one. A little pat on the back of Davenport Pedersen's. He's saying, sorry about that, mate, but let's come get it. Good strong work from the Olympic keeper, Hamish Watson. Always working hard up front, whoever he plays for. Earns it. Throw in. Keown quickly takes. The edge of the area. There's Davenport Pedersen. There's the Olympic back in his familiar pattern. Deep inside Lower Hutt City's half. Can they find an opening in this second 45 that they weren't able to find in the first half here at Fraser Park? Coming almost back to halfway, Lorenz, 17-year-old. Now it's Mulholland. Mulholland finding Pelezovic. Pelezovic forced wide by Bark. And he'll come all the way back to Lorenz. Good work from Van Haddam. Goes up for a throw-in. Olympic still with it. Lorenz looking for Mulholland. Can't link up with Pelezovic. And Lower Hutt City attempt to break. Van Haddam couldn't link up though with Ott. And Lower Hutt City back with it now. Watson not prepared for strike from distance, as we saw during the ISPS under premiership season for Team Wellington. He scored an absolutely sublime goal for halfway at Kiwitea Street against Auckland City. Not to be this time, well off the mark. Watson. But he'll back himself from that range. And Lower Hutt City can ill afford to give a player of his calibre that kind of room, even from distance. News coming out today that Watson off to the Dandenong Thunder in Victoria, Australia shortly. He'll be a big loss for Olympic. Certainly try and make an impact before he does leave. Toomey standing over this one for Lower Hutt. Whipping it in into the edge of the area. Olympic win the first ball low, and then coming out strong is Bathia. Now can he thread it through for Watson? Instead he goes over the left to McKeown. McKeown now look to find Watson. Slices off the foot of Mogg and over the byline for a corner kick. That would have been hearts and mouths just for a moment there to see where that one came off the boot of Mogg. No danger done in the end. As of yet, still a good position on the pitch from a Wellington Olympic perspective. Corner coming. Their first of the second half. Hutt City eventually bring it down. Nice turn from Benjamin Old, showing his quality. And then thought Bidwell was a bit further down the pitch than he actually was. There's no way he was going to win that race. Basale coming well out of goal. Get hold of position. And looking long for Watson, but not finding the target. So Hutt City back with it. Mogg. Back to Paulson. Made a couple of very smart saves, one quite spectacular. Tonight, Mario Bathia from distance. Van Haddam flicking it on for George Ott. Choate winning the race back. And Basale, first time having to clear. Good clearance towards halfway. And Davenport Pedersen is brought down by a combination of Bark and Toomey. Yeah, free kick for Olympic. They'll take it quickly. Lorenz to Mulholland. Mulholland will whip it in with that right foot. Looking at the back post, arriving late as McKeown. Couldn't get solid contact with it. Straight to Paulson. And he quickly plays on. Game's been played at a good pace. Now getting into a bit of trouble, Mulholland. I think he blasts it straight into Watson. In fact, there's been a collision with both Watson and McKeown are down. And support coming for both players. Concerns for both key men for Olympic. Well, already half up as McKeown. It's a good sign. Still laying prone as his teammate. In fact, it's not Watson who's down. I think it's toward Davenport Pedersen, in fact. Takes a bit more to knock Watson down. Very strong figure up front. He got into a bit of a tangle though, Paulson. Looks to clear his lines. And then the collision happened as well. Both McKeown and Davenport Pedersen, not Watson as initially thought. And Davenport Pedersen going to make his way to the sideline. But he's going to make his way there on his own steam, which is a good sign. Hopefully he's able to shake that one off. There's no harm done. He's able to rub it off just like Oscar Van Haddam did in the first half. Back underway after that injury break. Lower Hutt City looking to play out from the back. Still getting attention is toward Davenport Pedersen. Well won in midfield there by Mulholland, finding Watson. Pelezovic making a late run into the area. Watson, though, took a bit too much time. And Lower Hutt City able to get numbers back and diffuse the situation, only momentarily though. There's Olympic back with it. Watson on the edge of the area, trying to pick up Pelezovic now. Arriving late was Mulholland, who knocks it well wide. A bit excited there with the opportunity. Unable with it, Tess Paulson though that time in goal. Van Haddam again with the flick on, asking a lot of Ott though. Choate. Time to turn and then find Lawrence. Van Haddam is caught in the middle of a sandwich between both Itima and Lawrence. And earning a free kick does the wide player for Lower Hutt City. Welcoming one at that for the hosts. An opportunity for them to bring some numbers forward and try and test Scott Pasale in the Olympic goal. Standing over it, two familiar figures of Benjamin Old and Louis Toomey. Toomey, if they want a right foot option, go for goal perhaps. Old, perhaps with a left-footed outswinger towards the back post where all the players are, and it is Old. And too much on that ball. The right run didn't come. No player able to get on the end of that one from Old. So opportunity missed for the Yellows, playing in their centenary red strip this evening, including with the old laces on the collar as well. It's great to see. Great tribute by Lower Hutt City in their centenary season. Of course, their first home game of the year, so debuting their new kit. All three of their games start the Central League away from home, and there's going to be a change. So Tor Davenport Pedersen, who had made his way back onto the field after that knock, is going to make way. First substitution of the game for Wellington Olympic. So number 6, Tor Davenport Pedersen, to be replaced by number 26, George Walker, for Wellington Olympic. Early in the second half here at Fraser Park, as Martin Pereira Garcia looks for that goal to break this deadlock here. Was happy with the week of preparation. He said in pre-game that looking to make a statement here. Hasn't been actually too happy with how they've gone the opening 3 weeks, as they've incorporated the Team Wellington players back in the squad. High standards side that picked to very much challenge for the Central League title this year. So it looks like George Walker going straight up top, a straight replacement at this stage for Tor Davenport Pedersen. So far the coach liking the work rate from his replacement. Good closing down from Toomey. Ott couldn't quite get on the end of it though. Mulholland switching play of the far side, well brought down by McKeown. There's a bit of space, but plays it off to Pelezovic. Back to the captain. Watson lays it off. Itima finds Mulholland, the edge of the area, linking up with a substitute Walker, but Walker's return ball doesn't find the mark and runs over the byline. Slight breakdown in communication. Don't think Mulholland quite read the ball from Walker. Maybe a bit too much on it too from the substitute. Paulson looking towards halfway. Mulholland wins the first ball. Lower Hutt City get on the edge of the second one, and then Ott picks up the loose ball. Ott dribbling through a few bodies and earning a free kick. And we might see the first yellow of the game. Yes, we do. It goes the way of the 17-year-old Marco Lawrence for Olympic. So referee Isaac Trevis had enough. And Lawrence the first player to be booked this evening. Another opportunity from set piece for Lower Hutt City. What can they do this time? Again, it is Old standing over the ball. Toomey has given it up to his fellow midfield partner. Take control of this one with his left foot. Can he get the right ball? This is a better ball. And very well done from Choate. Harry Choate read that well, got on the end of it. There was a number of players in the red of Lower Hutt City and behind him. And was able to glance it off his head. Be a corner. So danger not completely cleared. But good defensive work done by the centre back for Olympic. Hold. Benjamin Old makes his way over to the far side to whip this one into the corner with his left foot. This time, not enough on that. And that's meat and drink for a keeper like Scott Pasale. Comfortable take, and then the quick outlet finding Pelezovic. Pelezovic marching forward. Hillis, the holding midfielder, does well. And now Van Haddam pouring forward. Throw in Van Haddam's way. And Lower Hutt City, says referee Trevis. So able to bring numbers forward again, are the hosts. Get a bit of a spell of possession inside Olympic territory. Etima there trying to close down Toomey. Toomey though finding Old. Old can't return possession back to his midfield partner though, but then it's back to Bark. Bark finds Ott, who brings it down on his chest, but then he can't get the ball back to Ott. And then a big challenge in midfield, I think. Hand going to face, and then opportunity for Van Haddam! And Van Haddam finds the top corner. So Ott keeping possession. Ball finds Van Haddam on the edge of the area, and Van Haddam finds the top left-hand corner of Scott Pasale's goal. And despite the protestations of Olympic, the goal will stand. Oscar Van Haddam with the opener here at Fraser Park. And it's the Yellows, Lower Hutt City, who take the lead over Wellington Olympic. It was Daniel Mulholland who went down right in front of us in a commentary position. From that moment, that tangle, Olympic thought free kick should have gone their way. It didn't. And Lower Hutt City pounced. Now, what will the response be from Olympic, who have dominated this game for large periods, despite not really creating the openings, and almost straight away an opening created. George Walker with the ball into the area. Well dealt with by Curtis Mogg over the byline for a corner kick. McKeown making his way to that near corner to take over the set piece. There's a bit of pushing and shoving in the 6-yard box. George Walker making his presence felt, the substitute. Flick on by Choate. Lower Hutt City get to it, but don't clear completely now. The second time round, Hillis does. Old making it tough on Lorenz, who does well to make sure they keep possession with the throw-in. Flicked on by Barthia, now back from Choate. Walker can't quite bring that one under. Cleared by Bark. And now Old springing forward is Van Haddam again. In the area, can he beat Pasale once more? Not this time. Pasale, big, strong. It makes it difficult for Van Haddam to beat him from there. Comes off the chest of the Olympic keeper and out for a corner kick. Again, Van Haddam, though, has the pace on the back three of Olympic. Well found by Benjamin Old. Another set piece coming for Lower Hutt City. Toomey standing over this one. Opportunity for Finn Sermon, who blasted over for the head. Great opportunity. Unmarked. 8 yards out. Rose high for it, but just couldn't hit the target. Another big chance for Lower Hutt City. And a let-off, really, for Olympic. probably should be 2-0 down. Remains 1-0. Van Hadam, goal. 5 minutes ago or so. Difference between these two sides right now, but you get the feeling there's certainly a goal or two at least left in this game. Walker on the edge of the area. There's the beating of Harry Barker, goes to ground. Walker tries to pick out Watson. Watson turns left foot, and there it is! There's the equaliser. Hamish Watson, as simple as that. George Walker, the substitute, beating Barker, who went to ground. Ball picked out to Hamish Watson, who on the turn finishes with aplomb. And it's one apiece, Lower Hutt City and Wellington Olympic. As we're going to see, substitute now for Lower Hutt City straight after that equaliser for Hamish Watson. Be Noah Karunaratne to come on for Paul Temple. Wait and see who makes way. First substitution for the hosts. And it'll be Louis Toomey who's going to make way. Noah Karunaratne is a replacement. Maybe a straight replacement. We'll wait and see exactly how that plays out. Louis Toomey getting a good round of applause from the faithful here at Fraser Park. As the game is very much on after that Hamish Watson equaliser. Watson goes to ground in the area again, clutching his head. In fact, excuse me, it's Van Hadam, of course. Van Hadam in the area, clutching his head. And again, he's going to receive some attention. Protests from Lower Hutt City. They wanted a penalty. Looking to hit straight back. As well, that happens. Wellington Olympic make their second substitution. So Nathaniel Halmariam coming on for the captain. Alex Pelezovic. So now Mario Bathia, the Argentine, holding midfielder. Now looks to be wearing the captain's armband for Olympic for the remainder of this game. As Van Hadam getting some attention. No doubt be a bit of concern about him. He took a knock to the head in the first half. Now taking another blow. Again, just trying to rub this one off. But one of the importance and the greater awareness about concussion in football these days. Let's hope it's nothing serious. But if it is, he is able to get the right and appropriate attention. Throw in, going Lower Hutt City's way as we're back underway here at Fraser Park. Bark has the beating of his opposite, but then can't whip a ball in past the man on the edge of the area. Old couldn't quite bring it under with a good enough first touch. Good pressure on him from Bathia, who looks to now break forward. Walker, good first time ball to McKeown. McKeown then with a flick back, trying to return the favour. Slightly wayward and well read by Benjamin Old, but ball back at the feet of Olympic, and Bathia just get it straight back to Lower Hutt City. Boyce tries to take on George Walker. Doesn't able to beat him, so then looks long. Karunaratne does well to get on the end of that one. Dragged back again. This will be a yellow card coming the way of Daniel Mulholland. And a bit of push and shove as Nathaniel Halmariam comes in as well. As temper's boiling over here. As Scott Basales came all the way to halfway, the Olympic goalkeeper, to get involved as well and give his 2 cents. Bit of a chat with the assistant referee and Travis. Yellow card also going to Curtis Mogg, captain for Lower Hutt City. He was one of those players who ran in. Just trying to eavesdrop on the assistant referee in front of our commentary position here to see if they get an explanation, as the coaching staff for Lower Hutt City asking for that. And I think from what I heard, Curtis Mogg judged to be one of those players who ran in after the foul and started the pushing and shoving. So a yellow card each way for Olympic and Lower Hutt City after that little flashpoint in the game here at Fraser Park. One apiece. Scoreless first half. Breakthrough coming from Oscar Van Haddam for Lower Hutt City, and then the equaliser from Hamish Watson. To be at the stage we are now, 1-all. Lower Hutt City and Wellington Olympic. Wood put under pressure. Old not quite able to win back possession. Karunaratne does very well. Nice little turn too. Tried to find Knott, unable to do so. And now Bhatia is going to be picked up for the foul. I thought for a moment he might be going into the referee's book as well, but not on this occasion. As Martin Pereira Garcia making another change for Wellington Olympic. Lucas Halakias coming on for the Greeks, replacing Daniel Mulholland, who just went into the referee's book. So coach for Olympic getting off both of those players who picked up yellows in the game. Didn't want to risk that tightrope the remainder of this game. So coming on, Lucas Halakias for Daniel Mulholland. This stage looks like there might be a slight change. Halakias to come up front. Looks like George Walker, who replaced Plezovic, will now slot into Mulholland's, replaced Davenport Pedersen, will move into his position. Bit of a change in shape for Olympic as well. We'll see how it plays out, these changes that have been made. 3 subs made already by Olympic. Still plenty of time left in this game. Mogg cushions the header, trying to find Hillis, but Walker gets on the end of it, but gives it straight back to Hillis. Hillis has time to turn and then finds Karunaratne to Bark. Bark tried to get a ball onto the edge of the area, the 6-yard area that was. Coming off Olympic, and it will be a corner kick to Lower Hutt City. They'll be making their second substitute after the set piece. Curtis Mogg, captain of Lower Hutt City, having a word with his coach Paul Temple right in front of our commentary positions. The ball comes in. And clearing long. Olympic. Walker. As that change is going to be made now. So Oscar Van Haddam, the goal scorer, is going to make way for Paul Temple's Lower Hutt City. And in his place, Finn Conchi coming on. Good round of applause from fans here at Fraser Park for the goal scorer, Van Haddam, whose night is done here, but made some impact. And hopefully, with a couple of knocks he's taken to the noggin, he is all right. And there's no ill effects following tonight's game. Scott Basale milking a few more yards. Driving a ball onto the edge of the area. Sermon, first header for Lower Hutt City. Olympic though, back with it at their feet. Watson, McKeown on the edge of the area. Hillis with the tackle. Referee says it's okay. Play on. As McKeown ended up on a heap. Timing had to be good from Hillis. And now McKeown perhaps in frustration runs into one of the Lower Hutt City players. And the hosts have a free kick. Taken quickly over this near side, where Bark has quickly closed down. Ott, Kurunaratne tried to link up there with Bidwar or Old, unable to do so. Olympic have it back. McKeown trying to find Watson. Well done by Sermon. And Paulson hasn't had as much work to do so far in the second half as he did in the first half, apart from really picking the ball out in the back of his own net. He had one moment where he tried to dribble through a couple of players and got in a bit of a tangle, but he hasn't been forced into any big saves of note, not compared to the first 45 here at Fraser Park. Al Miriam in his position there for the Greeks. Back to Lawrence. Walker, first substitute for Pereira Garcia. And it's a throw-in. Takes us a free kick, just in side field of play. Put under pressure as Etema by George Ott. Another free kick going Olympics' way. Al Miriam quickly finds Walker. Plenty of space on this near side. Now here's Kurunaratne for company. Tried to nutmeg him. Kurunaratne just managed to close the legs in time and then earned a free kick. And then Walker, well, he might get in trouble here. Walker, as now Al Miriam comes running in as well. As the assistant referee called in to break up play as well. And we'll see what comes out of this. I think Walker's certainly going to be going into the referee's notebook, but what's going to happen with other players as well who got involved afterwards? A couple of times now, had a bit of flashpoints where a lot of players have just felt the need to get involved in situations that don't really concern them. As Al Miriam is one of those. And he's going to be yellow carded for his partner, as is Harry Bark. So two players that weren't involved, and also I think coming into the referee's notebook is George Walker as well. Lower Hutt City coaching staff wanting more than just a yellow there, I think, for Walker. And obviously tugged the jersey of Noah Kurunaratne, and then the shove in the chest which followed. Just the yellow for Walker. And also yellow for Bark and Al Miriam. So two of the substitutes for Olympic going in the referee's notebook. And the left back also, in fact, it might have even been a substitute, Conchi, for Lower Hutt City, who went in the referee's notebook rather than Harry Bark. One of those who joined in, both Conchi and Al Miriam, felt the need to come to the defence or assistance of their teammate in that little flashpoint. But we're back underway now. Just showing how much is on the line here this evening. Big game in the early stage of the Central League season. 3 places up for grabs, of course, in the new National League. And Olympic, one of the favourites for the title. George Walker whipping one in. Bit too much on that one. Goes over the byline for a goal kick. Olympic entering the round, second place, unbeaten, 2 wins and a draw. Hutt City, 6th place with a draw, a win and a loss in the opening 3 rounds. First home game for Lower Hutt. Of course, the Chatham Cup draw also took place during the week. Both sides drawing the clubs that they'd just played in Central League action, rather interestingly. So Wellington Olympic, who just played Petone last week, winning 3-1, will play them in the opening round of the Chatham Cup. And Lower Hutt FC, who just played top of the table Miramar, will play them. Difference being they will be hosting Miramar here at Fraser Park in the Chatham Cup early round action in the national knockout competition, historic competition which Wellington Olympic have had success at, and not too distant past. 2009 Chatham Cup champions, the Greeks. Now looking for a place in the National League. If you've been with us from the start, you would have heard Pereira Garcia, coach of Olympic, talking about they wanted to make a statement tonight. Not happy with their start in the first 3 rounds. They have had their moments, but Lower Hutt City have been well and truly in this contest. They scored the first goal to the hosts. Now looking to find another, but this time it is ball coming in from Bathia. Bathia off target with the cross, goes in the side netting. There's Lower Hutt City looking to make another substitution. At the next stoppage of play, you see their 3rd change. Mogg with the first clearance. Old tries to pick up the scraps, but it stays the feet of Olympic. Bathia back to Lawrence. Walker on this near side, well closed down by Hillis. As Lower Hutt City will now get to make that substitution. Sebastian Barden Ginger coming on, and it is Benjamin Old who has made way. So number 12, Barden Ginger on for Benjamin Old. Benjamin Old, who had an influential role in the middle of the park. Some fresh legs for Paul Temple's side over the closing moments here at Fraser Park. Can either side find something, that opening to break this deadlock? Just mentioning before that Olympic equalizer, felt there was goal still remaining in this game, still have that feeling. Gone through a bit of a slow patch since the little flare up and the 3 yellow cards were dished out, when Karunaratne and Walker squared off. Who can settle best now from that moment, create that opening? Hillis, playing Conchi, does well to beat one. In fact, that's the placement. Barton Ginger, who finds Ott in the area. Strong challenge coming in from Lawrence in the box. Had to be sure of himself, had to get all ball. Dangerous area. The referee must have judged that to have been clean. Now Olympic trying to go back to work inside Lower Hutt's half. Bathia forced to go back by Karunaratne. Chote. Well read by Bark. Throw in still though for Olympic. Lawrence trying to find Alakias. Abasia, great ball, opens up play from McKeown. McKeown, Hail Miriam. His pass is a poor one. And Lower Hutt City look to pounce. Oh, can't get on the end of that ball though. Bark loses possessions to Walker. Walker in the area, he'll have a chance to shoot here. Walker drags the shot wide with his left foot. Well, I couldn't believe his luck. The substitute got into a lot of space just on the edge of the area, but then pulled the shot and not able to threaten the goal of Alex Paulson for Lower Hutt City, and it remains one apiece. Almerium. Going back to Walker. He's been certainly in the game since coming on. Created the goal for Hamish Watson. Then yellow carded. And having a shot. Dragging it wide, and he's back to work again as Walker. Gets to the byline. Goes for goal rather than cutting it back at a couple of players on the back post. George Walker but decided to go for goal. Finds the side netting. Karunaratne into a bit of space. Olympic. Good strong tackle to win possession, and then Barthia going to ground and earning a free kick. It'll be a relieving one of that for Olympic. As Lower Hutt City were looking to get some numbers forward inside the Greeks half. Saleh standing over this one after trying to get a look at referee. Isaac Trevis's watch to see how much longer they have as they search for that winner. Saleh looking for his good mate Watson. Watson was the first ball. Now finds the feet of Walker, who brings it down well. But then Mogg gets to it. I think it was Bark. Ott doing a great job, the centre forward getting back, providing an outlet. Hillis goes to ground. No foul, says the referee. Play on. Barthia. Hillis looking to close him down. Walker, one-on-one with Bark. In fact, there's a substitute helping out there. Boyce and Bark look to swap sides, left and right back. So Boyce now on the left back and Bark at right back. Seeing how Boyce goes with a challenge with George Walker. Good strength by Hillis to keep his feet and ride a couple of challenges. Strong, another challenge comes in from Barthia. But Hillis still keeps possession. Now finds Karunaratne. Karunaratne finds an open man in the midfield. Spread it out to that far side. But then a wayward ball as they looked for Barton Ginger. Unable to find his feet. And it comes to nothing for Lower Hutt City. Quickly springing forward up, Olympic. Alakias one-on-one with Bark. Ball comes in but straight at Mogg. And Mogg finds an outlet. And it's Karunaratne. Karunaratne tries to find Barton Ginger, but strong in the challenges. McKeown finds Barthia. Back to the Argentine. Al Merriam on this near side. Lawrence in the half, now Barthia. And then Theo Etema trying to find the feet of McKeown, unable to do so on that stage, but they still have possession do. Well, Olympic, well, they did, to Alakias with that rather hopeful ball. McKeown was wayward and over the sideline for a throw for Lower Hutt City. Can they find the opening now? Krunaratne trying to find Ott, and then Boyce tangles with Walker. And it's going to be a free kick to Olympic. Just inside the Lower Hutt half. Barthia takes it quickly. Wood. Al Merriam out to that far side where McKeown is. Looking to get that left foot around it, but he's well shut down on that side. Comes back on his right. Now it's Watson in the area. What can Watson do? Gets to the byline, cuts it back where Hale Merriam is, and there it is. Olympic with the second goal, and they lead 2-1. Brilliantly done by Hamish Watson. Got to the byline, cut it back for Hale Merriam, who was unmarked. All he had to do was find the back of the net from close range, and that's what he did. The substitute delivers. The substitutes have had their impact for Pereira Garcia. Walker created the first goal, and Hale Merriam finishes the second. And from 1-0 down, Olympic 2-1 up. Ellis looking long. Lawrence eventually brings it down. Tries to find the outlet of Watson, who collides with Hillis. Out for a throw-in for Olympic. Great strength from Watson, hold up play, and then playing it for himself into the corner. And he'll try and waste a bit of time. He earns it. Free kick does Watson. So difficult to handle in those positions, just so strong on the ball. Of course, former Phoenix player Hamish Watson in it. News coming out today that he'll be heading over to Australia to join Dandenong in Victoria. I'm sure he'll want to leave on a high note though with Olympic, leave them in the best possible place. Their battle in the Central League. Hillis is collected late by Alakias. Hillis earning the free kick. Hillis will float this in to the edge of the area. McKeown couldn't bring it down. Now the second time ball comes in. Choke. Gets in the way of that one. Knocks it out for a throw-in. Deep into stoppage time here at Fraser Park. Can Lower Hutt City find that last little moment to level here? Oh, flag goes up on that far side for offside. Olympic appealing to the official on the near side. Obviously, they want this game to be over. Lower Hutt City want it to continue. Basale will look long, wants it down that end of the field. Lower Hutt City can't do anything from there. Play continues. Throw in for Lower Hutt City. Referee wants it taken back. Can't be much time left, and that is in fact it. Referee Isaac Travis whistles full time. And Wellington Olympic win the opening game of round 4 of the Central League. 2-1, coming from a goal down. It was Oscar Van Haddam who found the opener early in the second half for Lower Hutt City. But then goals, firstly from Hamish Watson, and then late on from the substitute Nathaniel Halmeriam, have done the job for Wellington Olympic. The Greeks, for the time being, going to the top of the Central League ladder. It will leave Lower Hutt City in 6th place for now. Of course, full round of Central League to follow over the weekend. A big thank you to Richard for his work on the camera, and also for our director, Chris. I'm Brenton Vinasori, wishing everyone a good evening here from Fraser Park.